This story was told to me by an elder person during the 1950s. It is said to be true, but cannot be verified. If there's a map, you can check it. There's a very small station on the Shitai line, railway from Shijiazhuang to Taiwan, called Duyu Station. A strange and tragic incident once occurred on the nearby railway. At that time, the railways had not yet implemented as many safety measures as now, and many level crossings were unguarded. At a crossroad near the station, people were being killed by trains one after another, so that intersection is a dangerous place. It happened on a summer morning. A 6-year-old girl, temporarily called Yezi, was carrying a basket, probably out to cut grass. Before I realized it, I had reached the middle of the railway. At that moment, many adults in the fields on both sides of the railway were working, and nobody paid attention when they saw Yelly walking in the middle of the railway. At this moment, the sound of a whistle came from afar, and the train was coming. Leaf probably also heard it, but for some reason, she stood still in the middle of the road. At this moment, an adult saw her from a distance and shouted, "Leaf, move to the side!" But the leaf still did not move. The adults thought it was intentional, since the train was still far away and they didn't pay much attention. The train was gradually approaching and could already be seen from afar. At this moment, the adults became a bit anxious, stopped what they were doing, and shouted for Yulia to hurry and hide. Leaf seemed to suddenly understand something and started running to the side, but then something strange happened. When the leaf ran to the left, it immediately turned back and ran to the right, and ran to the right and immediately turned back to the left. They kept running back and forth, yet it could never leave that narrow railway. Looking at the situation, it was clearly something on both sides of the road chasing her. The adults also noticed a man putting something down and running toward the middle of the road. The women also shouted loudly, "Yacy, run away!" But it was already too late. The train roared by, and in the end, people found only a few strands of hair and an empty basket by the railway. The location where the accident occurred was less than 200 meters from that dangerous place, someone said. There was something looking for a replacement, and it forced the little girl onto the railway.